held through the CS Mutai Kagwe has been stressing that it's not time to relax or to flex. It's not time to drop the guard, but it is time to flex muscles in terms of containment. But what will the head of state do in terms of even emphasizing on that? So we're now seeing there's now some live action. Actually, now we're seeing there is a motorcade that is just now approaching. We're just going to ascertain if indeed who's actually coming out from this particular motorcade. What we know is that this is now very, very, very close. It's actually coming home. And if I am not wrong, that is the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, the Right Honorable former Prime Minister, His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, just arriving on time to receive the head of state. So I can confirm, at least from where I am, that Raila Amolo Odinga, the Orange Democratic Party leader, has just arrived here at the Parliament buildings, paving way any moment from now for the arrival of the head of state, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. And of course, like I said before, and like you can see from your live screen on ANTV, the KDF has already mounted its guards of honor. And right now, the band is now doing the very, very final rehearsal, the very, very final stages to the arrival of the head of state. And just to give some detail in regard to this particular mounting of the guard of honor, what we know is that this is the Kenya Army, which is part and parcel of the Kenya Defense Forces. But like I say, they don't just here alone. We have a multi-security detail. We also had the Reke Squad, the elite unit from the National Police Service. And any moment from now, we are expecting Uhuru Kenyatta to arrive. But also to mention, we also have the generals of the Kenya Defense Forces who also arrived here moments ago. There's a battery of journalists also who we've been camping here actually since very early in the morning, just to make sure that our viewers get the live updates and get each and every detail in pertaining to this. Is it the 8th address, the 8th national address from the head of state? And like I said, we expect 4 key issues in this particular event. We're talking about the security, we're talking about politics, and majorly in politics, especially preparations towards the 2022 elections. And right now, it is 20 minutes past 2 p.m. And now I'm being told that the presidential motorcade has just left State House, Nairobi. President Uhuru Kenyatta's security detail has just left, and that is 20 minutes past 2 p.m. And so it's going to take less than 15 minutes, if I'm not wrong, for President Uhuru Kenyatta's detail to arrive here at Parliament Road, just waiting for this particular historic moment to commence any moment from now. And when we were talking about the 4 issues we expect Uhuru Kenyatta to address, we're talking about the health, and health mainly will be about the country's fight against COVID-19. Security will entail both internal and external security. Remember that there has been a threat, a terror threat, and this was confirmed by Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i, who actually said that they are on high alert. The country is on high alert, and this one came from a series of events. Remember the 3 terror convicts who were rearrested in Kitui County, and the security detail in the country were on high alert that if they would have crossed over the borders, maybe they would have been planning a terror attack. And so the country has been on high alert, but even more, the security, that is the Cabinet Secretary for Interior, Fred Matiang'i, also stating that during these particular festivities heading into Christmas, it is usually a norm, it is usually a tradition for the country to be on high alert. And so any moment from now, ladies and gentlemen who are watching us live on NTV, we are expecting the head of state to make his way. Already all the generals of the Kenya Defense Forces are just in position, queued to receive President Uhuru Kenyatta. And of course, inside Parliament, we will have the Speaker of the National Assembly, the Speaker of the Senate, and a host of legislators, selected legislators, because of matters social distancing and containment of the COVID-19. So there will be about just slightly over 100 members of Parliament who we are expecting to be part and parcel of this particular State of the Nation address. And apart from that, we expect, of course, more and more reactions, especially after this particular State of the Nation address. What will the president actually reveal in terms of his legacy? Remember that it is now the final stretch for the head of state. It is the penultimate stage for President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, who will also be on keen just to talk about, if he will talk about a possible transition in regards to both administration-wise as well as political aspect of it. And so all eyes right now are on Parliament Road, which is expecting the presidential escort and motorcade of the head of state, President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. It is not confirmed up to this moment whether the deputy president, that is William Ruto, is attending this particular function. Who I was able to see just earlier on, moments ago, was the ODM leader, that is Raila Odinga. And so remember the president's speech from Kirinyaga. Maybe many are saying that it will basically be a repetition to it. Remember that the president actually spent almost 2 hours during the Mashujaa Day celebration in Kirinyaga County, just emphasizing on what they were able to do, what the Big Four agenda has done so far. But apart from last year's State of the Nation address, where also the president really supported the Building Bridges initiative, pundits say that we are not expecting that this time round because of the court case, the appeal case for BBI that's currently at the topmost court in the country, that is the Supreme Court. So maybe the president is now just going to focus on the Big Four agenda and, of course, his legacy. And so we're on standby as journalists, and we're on standby. We've been on standby since 4 a.m. just trying to get each and every detail as to what this particular State of the Nation address will pertain. And who also we were able to see here was also the governor of Nairobi, that is Honorable Anne Kananu, who's the first ever female governor for the capital city. And she's, of course, the host. And also we earlier on saw some activity from the Nairobi Metropolitan Services, just trying to make sure that this particular venue is clean, is in order. From where I stand, I see the NMS has